Player 2 has entered the game.
What's up, survivors, and welcome back to the grid. I'm Player 2, and today we're looking at yet another open world survival game that is about to hit its alpha testing stage very soon. The game is called Paralaxic, and I have to say I'm very intrigued. The concepts and gameplay are quite unique, and if you're also a fan of open world survival, then you need to know about this game. Don't worry, I'll get you up to speed on all of its game modes, setting, and release date in this video. Also, if this is the first you're hearing of Paralaxic, consider subscribing so that you do not miss out on new survival games as they come out, because that's my bread and butter, baby. So, what is Paralaxic? The dev team describes it as a sci-fi post-apocalyptic looter shooter. Paralaxic takes place in the near future, 2056 to be exact. After an unknown disease spread across the face of the Earth, scavengers were forced to flee the planet in an attempt to survive and rebuild the human race elsewhere. This first-person looter shooter positions you as one of the scavengers trying to overcome the difficulties faced on varying planets, in two unique game modes, Survival and Plant and Escape. Both are quite different, but your loot will carry over in a similar fashion to Tarkov. Players will have a PPI, a personal player inventory, or stash. All items found across both game modes will be accessible via the PPI. Items such as weapons and medical supplies, along with extra items, can be used by players across the varying game modes. However, if you die with these items, they are lost from the player's PPI. As an alternative to utilizing these weapons or items in combat, you may choose to trade them with other players on the black market, as well as sell them for paragons, which is Paralaxic's in-game currency. The black market will be accessible through the main menu. Now, let's look at both unique game modes so that you can get a feel for what gameplay will actually look like upon release. After that, we will look at when we might be able to get our hands on it. Game mode 1 is Plant and Escape. After being forced to flee the plague planet Earth, players awake on a vast terrain that is currently a mystery to them. Little do they know, it is teeming with unforgiving creatures roaming the landscape. 12 players are split between two teams, the ground team and the Air Force team that will be manning a quadcopter. These two teams must cooperate as they embark on their mission to complete a common goal, which is to destroy and escape the mutant-infested island. After both teams have their designated time to prepare for battle, the ground team will begin fighting against constant waves of enemy creatures, while the air team will provide support from above, while also facing their own challenges. The ground team must plant 3 bombs at the sites indicated via beacons on the map. Once these bombs have been planted, the quadcopter will land at a designated point on the map. From here, the ground team must embark on their journey to reach the quadcopter. So that's game mode 1. Game mode 2 is Survival. Within this game mode, players will arrive on an unknown island with another challenging terrain. This game mode requires a team of a minimum of 2 players due to difficulty levels. You'll arrive at this landscape through the use of a quadcopter and must face creatures as well as other enemy teams competing for loot. Players will be able to explore the island by utilizing vehicles such as cars and small spacecraft. Players are given 15 minutes to take on enemies in an attempt to obtain loot. Once the 15-minute loot timer is complete, players will have a 1-minute timer to return to the quadcopter to escape the island. If they do not reach the quadcopter in the time limit, they will be killed in battle and they will lose all of their loot. However, if they return to the quadcopter in the designated time limit, the players would have successfully completed this game mode and are able to retain their loot in their PPI. Any loot found that fits within the player's inventory is transferred to the player's PPI and can be used across all the game modes, like I mentioned before. However, this is considering that they do survive the challenges faced across the terrain. If a player dies, their loot is lost, and they must wait 25 minutes to replay this specific game mode. So, which game mode was your favorite? This is all pre-alpha, it's absolutely subject to change. The game is currently set to release its alpha in Q1 of 2021, and because I can promise you that the devs are going to watch this video, do you have any suggestions or questions for Paralaxic and their team? Would you like me to make more videos on the game and get more information from the devs? Let me know below, or in our Discord, which you can find in the description below. Otherwise, check out more survival games coming up right now.